Hello everyone and welcome back to the Edain mod for Battle Left 2, The Rise of the Witch King, and we are now at the penultimate part of our little saga through this hell of a tower defense map, which I have been slowly hating the more and more testing I've done on this map. Oh, it's getting to a point where it's slowly breaking my sanity, so we're going to get this done as fast as possible. And with Rohan, it's going to be a very difficult procedure compared to many other factions in the past, where it was a simple, you just have to do this one simple thing and that was enough to get you to where you need to go. Rohan is a little different because it has a lot of avenues to go through where you can send it through, and all of them work, but only one of them brings you to success. And we're going to try that one right now. Now, our the main point of this whole, the whole reason we're doing this with Rohan and not just giving up is because we have this one character, Edain, who can do this. That is it. Those little sentry towers that Edain can later on, once he hits level 6, level up to even greater potential. That is what is going to be the staple of if we win or lose. Nothing more. If Edain can't win this for us, then we are doomed anyway. But we have made a stables and an archery range for two reasons. One, we have 3 choices of archers to choose from, and all of them are really good. Because Roman archers only cost 90, so you can get more of them on demand, and their ability makes them subpar, but slightly above the level of just basic orcs, without the upgrades from... I'm trying to think where the upgrades come from. The upgrades from their overseers. Then we have the Rohan Spearmen, which are on par with the Elk Riders of Mirkwood, which, for those that don't remember, are the horse archers of Lothlorien / Mirkwood.
You have no power here.
And then there are the Rohan horse archers, which are slightly better than the Elk Riders of the Elves, but only because of one factor, and that is in their special ability, if I'm not mistaken. Now, you may think, why not get Aero? Because he has Scavenger, he has leadership, he has a trample effect, he can do a lot of fun stuff. And the main reason is we need command points, and these 4 heroes are generally better than Eomer. I had to think this a lot. I had to think this through in immense detail. Eowyn's good because she's an almost instant hero killer on anything with her smite and I am no man.
Now people know you.
Edain, you can't get rid of Edain on a map like this, where he just keeps making guard posts and then you can upgrade them and then upgrade them even further. Gamling, he can become a horse archer, or he has his Horn of Gondor, renamed Horn of Rohan, but still basically the same thing. And then there's Edain, which not only can he banish units that reduce the cooldowns of Edain's summons, but it also increases the damage of Gamling once he's on his horse and is a horse archer. And also increases the damage of Eowyn with her smite, and when coupled with I am no man, you can kill almost Sauron in one hit.
Courage for our friends.
You can almost kill Sauron in one hit. So we're going to start by making one unit of row hero archers, and I wanted to think that spearmen were the quintessential starting unit just because of the knockback, but I think it needs to go to the yeoman archers, just so we have more command points, so we can make more spearmen and put them in the front lines. We want the spearmen in the front lines just because that's where our horse archers are going to be centralised and deal the most damage with our sentry towers. I don't want that to get destroyed, so... Also, Edain, we want you to build the outpost, since you're going to be the only one doing nothing currently. Oh wait, I can rebuild. Screw you.
You fight for me.
Now wait. Now we want Edain to get to level 5 before we even think of finishing this. For every for every guard post, we want that garrison of Mediceld. It is too good. It is too good. And I would think of building the Exile outpost, except for the fact that none of their units have any ranged defenses. It's all melee, and that's really bad for us. We need ranged damage. And to do that, let's just get the 3 battle towers. I can insta-kill anything with fire arrows. So we've got our yeoman archers. So their ability is give them a volley and gives them increased damage and attack range, but lose a bit of movement speed. I am actually really tempted to just put them there. I really am. But it's just that their damage is better off in these areas here. That ability is so similar to the ability of like every other unique archer in the game that has that now activatable ability, but you can't put it on a trigger, so you can't use it whenever you want. And then the horse archers, even when firing, they're able to detect and hit the weak spots of the enemies, can pierce heavy armor. So they've already got the steel bolt effect just because they're that good. So they can pierce heavy armor even without their fire arrows and being level 5 once they get to that level. And we've almost got Fair Dread to level 5. And the reason we're building these towers in the centre and not just on the side is because the centre you can attack from both sides, and we can equip them with our spearmen later on, and it makes a fun combination. Now again, we need Fair Dread to be level 5. Now we can equip these with these spearmen. That doesn't mean we cannot put more units into the towers. So these towers are just like these, but I'd say 2 times better just because Fair Dread can make them so much better. Unfortunately, once you've got 1 unit in, you can't put in more. But and in the past, this ability used to stack, so you could have like 5 of these guards stacked up all together, and it got ridiculous. So of course they had to nerf it. So now we get our heroes on cavalry, or mounted. Don't really need them to be mounted, but it's better to have them with our horse archers so they can soak up some of the XP. The sooner we get Fair Dread to level 10, the better. Why is that stuff on not been built yet? I swear I pressed it. Oh well.
Noble and common, they respect.
And also we want to be trying to get Theoden to Glorious King as soon as possible, because the only other character he can banish is Gamling, and we want to do that now because that will mean his Fire Arrow, which does heavy damage to structures and flying units, comes back much quicker. There we go. Now I've got Gamling and Fair Dread banished. We can't banish Eowyn because, yep, we can't banish Eowyn. So, is there anything else we need? We have 80 spare command points, so we could technically get Eomer. I'm thinking about it, but seeing we cap off next at 800. Actually, yeah, there's no reason we shouldn't get Eomer. I should have thought of that sooner. Oh well. His charge ability is good, but it's not good enough to make him get all those levels to begin with. But his spear throw, being a tracking AoE knockback and damage dealer, is so terrifying to anyone that crosses his path. So similar to Isengard, we only have 1 ranged hero, but unlike Lurtz, Gamling is on a mount, so he can move around along with our horse archers. And unlike other heroes in other battles, our heroes are mounted so they can use their abilities on the go, and are a lot faster than many other factions, which does give Rohan a slight boost. The main thing I've noticed about all of this is that heroes are key. Oh yeah, I should have thought about this. The memorial actually reduces armor of enemy units around them, and you can place more than 1 memorial.
The answer to your question is yes.
Keep making more towers. Oh yeah, Fedra needs to be close to the tower to get the guards of Mediceld, the garrison of Mediceld. But once they're in, they don't get out. And then with these traitors, nothing we can do with the traitors. I mean, we could summon the peasants on here if we had enough command points for them, but they really are just useless. No point in making them. So already you can see the damage of those towers. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Let's make sure the rest of our heroes are standing with the others, so they're getting some experience. We want to get as much experience as possible. Also, everything in the aggressive stance. And then you can see, once they start coming over to here, they very quickly die to our battle towers, which is what I like to see. And yet the reason we're not getting Merry and Hummer, because Hummer is the literally the worst hero for this map. Because he does absolutely nothing to support the team at all. He's only good in melee. And he only really buffs himself by getting an attachment with another hero. I want to banish Edain as well. So his spear throw does a bit more damage. And then we can also use cruel taxes just to get a bit more money and speed things up a bit. And keep an eye on the garrison and the guard posts for Phaedra. We want them out as soon as possible.
Our people know you.
They are not to be underestimated. And they often are underestimated just because of how good they really are. Also another thing, the garrison of Medicel does come back a little faster than the guard towers. So if you get to that point where you've got a guard post that's not upgraded, but you don't have the guard post, we have the garrison and not the guard post, just use the garrison. No point in not using it.
You'll end up dead. It's just a question of how.
Many years from now.
That looks like now. Yep. Guard post isn't ready, just use the garrison. Because the garrison will come back faster and eventually it'll just go back and rotating in the right fashion. Now the fact that this many Rohan have got this far is a bit troubling. It means when we get to the Rohirrim rounds, we're going to have a lot of trouble if we don't have the qualifications to kill them. We don't want that. But at the same time, we only do have one unit of cavalry archers helping us right now. And once again, we have the guard post up and ready. And try and centralise them as much as possible.
You'll end up dead.
So that they can hit both sides of the track. Because having them in the middle of the track means they're getting twice the value they normally would. And I'm telling you now, that kind of value is invaluable. Go on, Edain. You can do it. Also, unlike most archers, our cavalry archers can actually start just chasing the enemy. Especially if they're slower. And because of our kill techniques against heroes like the demons, we have a good chance against those more resilient opponents we must face. But we should be more than fine. Yeah, the bears aren't going to get too much. Aren't going to get much further than this.
My lord. Strike them down. Your men, my lord.
Our people know you.
Will follow
Noble
you.
and common, they respect you.
Oh, the bears didn't get too far.
Every villager able to.
But we now get more
The question is yes.
command points to start working with, and we do want to focus this set of command points entirely in. No, we don't. We want to have one unit of Rohan Spearmen just to show them off their quality, because they are they're good. And now we can change Edain into his restored state. Kill off Grima because we don't like Grima. Now I've got Eowyn level 5. Got the guard from Medicel again, so send Phaedra down. And now let's get. We can only get one unit of archers and one unit of spearmen. Unfortunately, because we do have Edain, our command points are a little bit muddled up, but we should be fine with it. It should still be fine.
Our people know you. Noble and common, they respect you.
But all these towers are doing really good damage. Gotta applaud them for that. They're doing pretty decent damage. But once we have the extra units, if we're having trouble dealing with these guys, we might need to re-strategize in some regards. Yeah, the reason we're getting these spearmen, you may think they're just basic spearmen that can't really attack, but they're quite different to that. My spears, spear throwers of Rohan toss their spears with great strength, knocking enemies to the ground. So if we put them here so they're not getting knocked off the map, and they have forge blades as well, so that's why we need to get forge blades. I don't command group 1. Yeah, we can't get any more basic units, but we can get a unit of yeoman archers, which is not a bad thing. Getting more yeoman archers isn't a bad thing, because we can still put them in these towers. They're still effective, they're still useful. It's just if we didn't get Edain or one of the heroes, we might be able to get something else instead. It's a shame, but oh well. You make do with what you got. If we lose here, then so be it. But we're going against the dwarves now, so we do have time to prepare. Because the dwarves are quite slow. We have plenty of time to get ready. Yeah, hero killing is just the main problem with most of these later factions. That's why they're labelled as hard, because they do have a difficulty dealing with heroes from a long range. Damn it, I've not been using Phaedra's ability. That might come back to bite me in the ass. But it probably won't. Yeah, if you see from here, they should be showing... They're not actually firing. That's a problem. Don't tell me they haven't got enough range. Because that would be very troubling. If so, then we might never actually see what happens. Oh dear. Please tell me they haven't got enough. They've still got enough range. Also, we're on the horn of the Rohirrim and the Rohan Steppe, because that gives increased speed to our Rohirrim, which means they can move further across the track. The Archangel, well, one of them's fallen, and the rest are slowly being annihilated as we speak. Easy. Easy. No problems whatsoever. We got this. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign that we stand a good chance at winning this. If we can get past wave 10, that alone is going to be a victory, because that means it's beating half the factions we've already played as. Ultimate victory is as difficult to accept than throwing of a dice. You're never going to get it, if you think you're going to get it. And I might have been mistaken, these guys aren't actually striking at all. Oh well, this means we have to take them out of their towers.
Now people know you. Noble and common, they respect you.
Edain is not dead, but he's almost dead. That Eowyn smite does hella damage. Hella damage. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see. Now come on, we can kill him. We can kill him off. Don't forget the Rohirrim as well. Let's not forget our priorities here, people. There we go. Why aren't you striking anything? Okay, I might have just wasted some command points on these spearmen, because they do not want to strike anything. They have very small range. Also, it seems the archers don't actually want to shoot from inside these towers when they're built up. That might actually be a glitch. That was not isn't mentioned by the fact that you can make those towers. That's something I have to think about or look more into. But we managed to beat the main problem wave. So I'd say we're sitting pretty right now. I say we are sitting pretty. Yeah, this wave's a reprieve from all the problems we have to face already. But we're already doing a lot better than I thought we would. Also, these Heralds of the King we can put on here, they do decent damage. Well, actually no, they don't. They give things damage and armor, but they do charge as well. Not very well, I'll admit, but... Or they just bob and weave through. Oh no, they can't charge much, because then they die. Okay, so we want these Heralds to be Kingpin units. Units we put with our Rohirrim archers, which we can only make 2 more of, because we don't have the command points for any more. Actually, no we do. I'm looking at the command points wrong. We don't want the breeding horse, because that only gives extra health and removes slowing when trampling. Aid from the Was is kind of good, but we do want the alliance between elves and men and the 3 hunters before anything else. Because they're good. They're really good at their job. Any summon that you can put onto the track is really good. The Ensar thing are the only real weakness to Rohan on this map, because they don't really do anything. They're too slow to attack.
You fight for me.
Where's a tower I can upgrade?
I've been given nothing.
There we go.
Peace, freedom. The answer to your question is yes.
Oh, we've got level 7. 3 more levels to go, and we might stand a chance of winning this. Yeah, once we get to level 10, all guard posts on the battlefield are defended by additional Medicel units for this duration. That went for a long time. Yeah, look at the towers work. But yeah, those spear throwers aren't doing anything from within there. We're going to put them over here. And see if they actually ever attack anything. They seem like, yeah, they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there. And look at that, they knock back things. How is that not good? That might be something I need to look into as to why they don't actually attack on their own accord.
Every villager able to wield a sword and sent to the army.
Yeah, with those extra command points, we can just put some peasants on the track and have them fight. Because anything on the track is really good. And these heralds can join with... Yeah, his leadership does not start with Theoden's leadership, it only works in his absence. Oh, okay. Oh well, let's still make them. They're still good.
Ever has it grown on the tombs of my forebears.
If I can ever actually select him on his own, that's not going to happen. Oh well.
You fight for me.
Edain, my boy. You can make more sentry towers. Good. One more in the place where it can hit anywhere. I think just what we need to do with you is just have you attack move into the corner while things are crossing. We'll be fine. Wave 9, that's the first evil, the first Mordor wave. Go on, shoot them down. Shoot them down, spearmen. Shoot them down. What are you doing? Shoot. Now shoot these guys. Unfortunately, some users can't be knocked down. It's just too good. Ah, the game's slowing down. Don't like that. That means something bad's happening.
You're ready.
You come to fight as 3 men.
Wow, they did not last long.
You'll end up
Well, hey,
dead.
they're still
It's just
alive.
a question of
That's
how.
useful.
Hanged innocent women and children from the city walls.
In fact, can we put a tower? No, that's too big a gap. Start putting towers on the left side. Well, we will be if we manage to survive this next wave, which is the Doom wave, the hardest wave, I say.
Our people know you. Noble and common, they respect you.
Make sure everything is moving. Make sure everything is killing something.
Freedom.
Okay, don't focus the peasants. Focus everything but the peasants. And all this cavalry that's marching forward, I might need to get killed.
We cannot defeat the armies of Mordor. We few have come.
Eowyn's the only hero that's gotten forth so far, and she's about to die. Next is all the cavalry. All the cavalry. Kill all the cavalry.
You fight for me.
Okay, now it's time to see if these towers will actually do their work. Will this work? Damn it. Okay, we've lost. GG.
Will follow you.
We can't stop that many Royal Guard that are constantly self-healing too. No way. No way we're actually going to do it. Are we? Can we stop them? No. Oh, we were close though. We were so close. We were so close. I'll take my advice for it. Don't make the spear throwers. They were the mistake. They were the mistake here. But at least now I know that and you guys don't have to suffer through what I had to go through. I honestly thought they were attacking as well. Oh, that's annoying. Well, we tried. Another unfortunate defeat. But next we'll be playing as the Dwarves. And I have decided that we will be playing as the Dwarves of Erebor. The only faction I think that will stand a chance against those monsters. Wave 10 is the... Oh, it's so scary. And it's so hard to beat without being able to cheese the game somehow. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. I know we'll find a way. Until next time, ta-ra for now.